that's the reaction we get for every one of our YouTube videos. G'day, folks. Welcome to Wobbly Player Syndrome, episode 37. Wobbly Player Syndrome, a 40k podcast. G'day. How are you going? We have a crowd of people here. 5 of us. We got a return from a debutant who couldn't get enough from last time. G'day, Adam. How you going?
I get cookies.
After the show, and if you behave.
Okay.
Mark, how are you?
Good. Back from holidays.
Yay! And you've come back to this. I'm so sorry.
Yep.
Radio Mike!
Hey!
That's what we call him, Radio Mike!
Not because I have a face for radio?
No, we wouldn't say that while you're still on the air. And we've got Isabel!
Hello, I am not drinking this evening, so I'm going to be very grumpy.
And of course, I'm Greg. Of course I am. It says so on my underwear. So, we're here, episode 37, talking about I'd subscribe to that. Yeah, I know, right? I didn't have to get everyone to cheer in like last episode because it worked so well. We just scrapped it.
More bayonets!
A little late, but I like your enthusiasm.
I missed that episode.
But there were bayonets?
Yeah, we practiced it.
Why didn't I get a bayonet?
I heard you don't like that sort of thing.
This is sexism. I could stab people with it.
Yes, I guess you could.
For the
My
Emperor.
bayonet's in the other room.
Convenient. How are we all, folks? It's been a month. No, it hasn't quite been a month since our last episode because we were a bit late in the last one. What's happened in the last, 2 weeks? 3 weeks? A month? Oh, big yawn. Excellent. So we're going well already.
Yep, that's...
Well, I managed to be able to get into the future and leave WA.
Well done. No wonder you look so fresh.
Welcome to the future.
You look smarter already.
And you brought the Liberal Party with you.
Yes.
Hey,
I
there's
went on
way
the
more of us
Women's
here
March
than
for
the Liberal
Justice today. So Women's March for Justice was very good today.
Yes.
So many people.
Same here in Canberra as well.
It's like, I don't know, I didn't count them all. I didn't quite get time.
A job and a half.
I'm going to estimate like more than 100,000, I'd say. It was so many. It was good.
There were a lot of
Good representation. And bloody good reason to be there too.
True that. True that.
Mm-hmm.
So, believe it or not, we are actually a 40k podcast. Thanks.
Lies.
We love playing 40k. Got that part out of the way.
Buy my miniatures?
Alright, so first off, we go through our regular stuff so we can get to the more important stuff. That's right, having a drink afterwards. So, without further ado, what are our new releases so far, Michael?
Well, I keep feeling like I've missed something because there's so few things that we could come up with that came out this month. Like, I could be partly because it hasn't been super long, but there's been like 2 release windows and it feels like almost nothing came out. The one that I gave a crap about, so the one that I easily remembered, was Pariah Nexus because I wanted dem heavy intercessors, which is cool. I was actually kind of surprised they're not like push fit heavy intercessors. They appear to be what the final box will be. You can build them with any of the different guns and stuff. They don't just come with that one set of weapons, which was nice. I was expecting them to be way shitter than that, but they weren't. It's cool.
That is fun. There must have been more stuff, surely.
Yeah, there was the Honored of the Chapter box came out, which is just the characters for the Marines from Indomitus in a box. And the same thing for the Necrons, the Royal Court. There was also that Uriel Ventress model that came out. But
Did it actually come out, or is it just available to order?
No, it's out. I got it yesterday.
People have got them.
Yeah.
Okay. I've seen heaps of pictures of people having painted theirs, so yeah, they came
Already?
out. I wasn't paying attention because I was like, I don't collect Ultramarines.
I got the Uriel Ventress coin. It's very exciting. Ooh.
Cool.
I didn't actually get this model.
Our store had a birthday, so
Yes.
the Necron character model was available.
Ooh.
I didn't get that either. 'Cause
There he is there.
I Looking back, I probably should have, because at this rate, I'm going to end up with a Necron army, especially when we talk about, speaking of things that haven't come out but have been talked about or teased, that bloody new Conquest magazine equivalent that came out.
Is it out?
We're going to probably talk more about that later. It's out. You can get it in England, but nowhere else.
Yeah, okay. So there was rumors about that, but all right, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, because I tried to sub to it and they wouldn't let me because I'm Australian. So, but yeah, I'm totally going to get that when it comes out. God knows. They're worried about regional geolocations and shit. Like, they're not allowed to sell outside of the UK because they're a UK thing.
Well, to be fair though, getting postage in and out of Europe to Australia is almost impossible. It costs $100 to send a real estate contract from here to like Croatia.
Yeah, I tried to order a freaking talk. I tried to order
in the mail. Jesus.
From the US, and they were like, "Yeah, okay, that's like $15." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, cool." And they're like, "Oh, and $100 shipping." I'm like, "Pew."
See ya.
Nah. So I bought the same thing from an Australian supplier that I found eventually.
Very good.
But yeah, it's just annoying. They'll probably release it in a couple of months, like they did with Conquest. It came out like 4 months later in Australia.
Hopefully, because that one does look good, but we'll talk about it
Yeah, it looks really good. That's why I was like, I should have just got the Necron, because that's going to be even more Necrons I'm going to have.
True.
Because I'm going to end up with the Necron half of that box.
I'm surprised you don't already have like 5,000 boxes in your shed.
I have a giant pile of unassembled Necrons. And at this rate, when that does show up, my younger son is probably going to start a Necron army, so he's probably going to want all my Necrons.
Yeah, so my eldest plays Necron, so when I went to get to the birthday thing, I bought a few.
Yeah, my eldest has laid claim to
one
Death
for
Guard.
me, one for my son, and one for the lazy guy with his hand across his face.
It's a store anniversary. I don't build them. They just sit in the cupboard.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff coming out this weekend, but that has not come out yet.
No. And when you did get the store, so this is for all stores when they have their birthday. They do have that miniature. So if your store hasn't had its birthday yet, well, so sad. But you do get this fancy poster. Just want to show it. Look at that. Everyone in the podcast, it looks fancy. It's gold. It's blue. It's gold. It's blue.
It's a holographic poster.
That's not holographic!
Don't you start. It's not a hologram. I don't care what Tarzo's called them. Why?
It wasn't just Tazos. That was just what everybody called them back then. Because...
Government's controlling you.
Yeah. Fuck the 90s!
Oh, no. All right, cool. So, yeah, there are a few coming pre-order this weekend, as you slightly mentioned, and it's going to cost me a fair penny.
Yes, several Drakari things.
Yeah.
On the plus side, you can get, like, Piety and Pain. You can get some sisters.
Yeah.
Piety
Look at that using...
Pain?
Yeah.
Yes, it's sisters versus Drakari, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Sisters versus Drakari.
I'm just thinking self-flagellation. They don't even need Drakari.
Covers both ends, really.
Yeah, so yes, the
Isabel
Drakari
pretends to whip her back.
Yes, the Drakari pre-order this week. I thought I would never see the light of day of my Drakari, but Hobby Night this fortnight will be all about painting Drakari now. Damn it!
I could give you some of my Tyranids to paint if you really want.
No. No, if there's, I can show you a camera. It's just I've just pulled them all out. I haven't painted. It's just a pile. I haven't even sorted them out. It's just a pile of witches' arms, legs, and it's weird. Cool.
That is it. That is a nice segue, Greg, to our next segment.
Hobby progress. Look at that. Well done.
Nicely
Is
done.
any hobby progress to report?
Yeah, I'm selling all my miniatures.
Cool. That's done.
Except for the few that my son's going to paint at school.
There you go.
And I'm keeping the Necromunda box. Sorry. I'll shut up now.
It's because Necromunda is great.
Oh, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, okay, so the other person who's really active in the hobby, Micahel and Isabel.
Yeah, no, nothing.
You didn't do anything on your honeymoon?
Yeah, one does not paint
hobby-wise?
Warhammer
Hobby-wise.
on their honeymoon.
I was going to say, Jesus, what sort of podcast is this?
I mean, it depends on whether you're going for like a Jackson Pollock kind of vibe, I guess.
Anyway,
And Michael's hobby.
nothing got painted.
Let us go back there. Folks, you should have been at the before show.
No, you shouldn't have.
You shouldn't.
So yeah, I've built a metric shit ton of Primaris. In the last like week and a half, I've built 2 Repulsor Executioners, 2 Impulses, Gladiator, and
You
some
definitely didn't skip
aggressors.
Tank Day.
I did not skip. It's early. Tank Day is not until June, so I'm getting in. My Tank Day has been premature. I've tanked all over the place. I'm running out of storage space. There are tanks on like every surface. It's just everywhere. I go in the kitchen and I'm like, oh, I could do another tank. It's awful. Too much tanking.
Oh, but you actually finish anything? No, good. Adam.
No, I built them all. None of them are painted. I've been building heaps of stuff. I even bought Shadow Spear inside so I can build more stuff and paint nothing.
That is commitment right there.
They're all ghost warriors.
Oh, and I started building more conquest models with my son, which is why I built the aggressors and a couple of other things. A librarian.
Yeah. Very good, Adam.
Well, I helped my son build his Idothan wave circuit thing.
Ideneth Deepkin.
Yes, thank you very much.
Fish elves.
Yes. And obviously building my corn demons, so I did my blood crushers and they finished them for Sunday's game. And I'm working on the Inset of Rage at the moment, just every so often, a couple of days, every day, just paint a little bit of the model. So probably in the year 35-50, it will be finished.
Good to set goals.
Painting a little bit every now and then doesn't work super well. I've been doing that on him for like 12 years now.
Yeah, I got Mortarion. Not 12 years, but similar boat. Yeah. Yeah. My hobby night, I have been still doing Tuesday, Thursday hobby nights, but I've been jumping around from model to model, so I haven't actually finished a model yet. Done a lot of Deathshroud and Salamanders, but they're not finished. So that's why we're not showing off any models at the moment, folks, if you are watching the stream or the YouTubes. But I do want to show that one of our guys put up he's doing Flesh Terrors, and he's put up progress stuff that he's been doing.
Oh, yeah, those Flesh Terrors are so
They do look good.
So
The markings.
the bottom right hand corner, you'll see that on the stream. YouTube will make it a bit bigger, but so they look fantastic.
Yeah, the mind-bogglingest bit is that Nate's hand painting those Flesh Terror symbols. I'm just like,
that's
yeah,
crazy.
okay. I first looked at it, I was like, where'd you get the decals? He's like, no, I'm just painting them. I was like, you what?
Prick.
Seriously, I look at all the decals that he's hand painted, then I try and look at my corn symbol, which I painted on the banner,
Yeah.
and it looks like a 1-year-old did it.
On the plus side, that's like appropriate for corn symbols.
Yeah,
they,
yeah.
just they just dip the hand in the blood and they finger paint it on. That's what they
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Or they just get a
That's
head
exactly what Adam
and
did.
they neck painted on.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I did. How did you know I did?
They just stand at the back and they just throw
Oh,
heads,
there's your
splat
bloodthirster.
blood on things.
Your bloodthirst has come up, Adam.
Oh, did it?
Yes,
Oh,
it did.
sweet.
Hello. He said, come over here. I want to hug you. Cool. But yes, they do look very impressive. Which is perfect. You just talked about getting miniatures ready for a game. Another segue. Adam, did you play a game over
I
the
did.
period of time?
I actually played a couple of games over the past couple of weeks.
More than a couple.
Yeah, 2 with you and 1 with Steve.
There you
And I won, which ruins my
go.
averages.
Hang on, try that
So
again. You won which game?
I won against Steve. the
Thank
one
you.
on Sunday. Well, I did win, depending which side I look. Did I win on having lower numbers? Yes, I did. So I won.
It's all from a certain point of view.
If we were playing golf, I won.
Yes, exactly.
So that's what you do with his head. Dunk. So you had a
Yeah,
game.
like-
I had to paint the miniatures. Needed blood.
That's it. So your game on the weekend, that
Sunday.
was Steve, was it? Tell us the story.
Yeah, against Steve. It was against AdMech, so it was actually I think about my second time playing against Admech, and it was really funny. I was, obviously brought my Slanesh and Khorne, going, all right, what's he going to bring? He may bring a lot of things with minus AP, because that's what everyone does these days. And it was really interesting listening to someone go, and that's like -4 or -3 AP. Yep, 4 up or 5 up in VOD. But you've got to take, no, 5 up in VOD. It's just like everything, all his AP just did not matter.
Yeah. It's demons, no AP. It doesn't matter.
But once I took out his warlord was absolutely just buffing everything. Once I took him out, it was just like, I can kill everything now.
We had a few matches over the last week, so I've got battle report, some photos of some battle reports going on. There's one who's been played outdoors.
Yes.
Dodging the rain.
I think I've played 2 games since the last podcast, both of which against Nathan, because I've been teaching him the rules for the new edition. The first one was, they're both on the back patio because my inside table is inaccessible. So the first one was Flesh Terrors versus Dark Angels, and it was just a painful rumble in the center of the table as we threw like assault intercessors at each other.
Wave after wave.
I heard the amount of dice you guys are rolling was insane.
Whoa. Well, we're like, okay, those assault intercessors get to charge. Okay, cool. That's like 41 attacks. Okay, cool. Yep, that's the end of the combat phase. All right, I'm going to attack with them again because of stratagem. All right, so another 41 attacks. All right, cool. Just dumb.
Did you get results for those games? I know one was rained out.
The first one I lost, because I discovered that Gabriel Seth turns everything around him into a goddamn monster. And they just rolled through eating things. And the second one, I was doing a lot better, but it got rained out during turn 2 because it started to rain sideways. And I was like, let's clean this up. Because the rain was getting on the table, let alone the piles of books around the table.
Yeah, like you said, I was doing much better at turn 2.
Well, in turn 1, I didn't do super well because I was playing my Gene Stealer cult in the second one.
Yeah.
And the Gene Stealer cult are much more effective once they get that second turn ambush shenanigans.
Yeah.
It's like I assassinated Gabriel Seth in the second turn with a bunch of bikes coming up from underground to pummel him with demolition charges into the ground.
Because you knew he turns people into monsters. Gotcha.
Yes, I was like, I don't want to get charged by him in this game, so he's going to die.
I'm making an assumption that Mark and Iz, you didn't get any games in because someone's on holiday and someone doesn't care.
Guilty.
You get to choose which one, folks.
Choose your own adventure.
Yes.
Less holidays.
In chat, vote 1 for the first one and vote 2 for the second one.
Hang on, who's the first one and who's first and second?
That's the challenge. So I actually did get 3 games in the last week as well. Yes, 2 of them were against Adam. Your first match, you decided to test your Catachan out.
Yes.
What did I use against you in that?
Salamanders.
Firstborn Salamanders. Yes.
That's brutal.
What?
Flamers versus Catachans?
I don't know. Was
yeah,
it
but
brutal?
the Catachans were had been watching orcs.
Yeah,
and they
he was
charge.
really aggressive with his Catachans. I was actually quite impressed because I'm never this aggressive, and I play Catachans all the time. And this is actually making me go, "Oh crap, he's actually in my face." Oh, okay. So
I actually didn't lose by much. Both games I didn't. I think I only lost.
Second game, it was a 2-point win it was a 5-point win to the Salamanders.
It wasn't that much.
Was that just because the Salamanders were painted?
No,
I think I picked attrition, so that really hurt me. So I couldn't get points.
That is the worst secondary objective. It's such a bad idea all the time.
It depends who you play against. If you play against,
no one uses enough models for that to count.
If you play against a player who's got poxwalkers and they keep bringing them back, or demons. They keep bringing them
How
back.
many of them are you? How many are you planning on killing? Like more than 60 or 70 of the fucking things?
Attrition to the units.
Yeah.
Attrition is the units, but I picked the wrong one. I thought,
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one that's like you count the number of models you killed
every
and
10
divide it
you
by
kill,
10.
every 10 you get 1 point.
It's fucking terrible.
Yeah, that's
I use it a
grind
lot.
down or something like that.
I use it a lot.
But yeah.
And then
I picked the wrong.
The second game that was my. I decided, right, I'll bring my Catachan, and you brought
Demons.
2 Keepers of Secrets and a Bloodthirster.
Jesus, delicious.
Yes, yes. I wasn't excited about that. No, no. And it was a good match. I think if I hadn't killed your Bloodthirster before I got into hand-to-hand combat, it would have been very different.
Oh, it was hilarious.
He landed, and then I went, right, every tank, face him, shoot him.
I picked the wrong Exalted.
I was going to say, which one were you running? Were you running the one that slows down as it gets wounded?
Yes.
Yeah, that one's not very good.
No, but his axe, when he gets a melee, you know.
Oh, yeah, if he gets there.
seven attacks, you know, if he charges, it's like 16 strength. You know.
He's like the anti-swarm one, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. But in the end, the Catachans did win, but it was literally by 2 points. So it was a very good fought game, and I do not like those Keeper of Secrets where I couldn't wound them on anything but 6s. No matter what I threw them, no, you need a 6 to win. But it's a nuclear bomb. No, it's a 6.
Now you know how. Now you know how Gretchens feel
against everything.
That's their secret, though. That's what they're keeping.
Grots can take down Terminators. Snotlings can take down Terminators.
You just need enough.
Yep.
And my other game was I did bring out my Death Guard versus Not Safe for Work Mark. He came out of hiding to bring out his Necrons to give it a good run to see if he remembers how to play. Or it's his first 9th edition game. So I thought, I'll just bring my Death Guard. I've still got to learn them. And Necrons don't like staying dead.
Yeah, it's kind of their thing. Always has been.
Yeah, but it seems to be more effective now. But then I went, hang on. If I get my Terminators in there and stomp them to the ground, they can't get back up. And so I did that and started going down. And it was not so close match, that one, unfortunately. Death Guard win. Yes. Which, there was a lot of games played by most of our group over the week, which is awesome. I know of at least, you played 3, to carry the 400. I think there was at least 7 games that I know of, you played 2, 3, 7+ games. I feel that was pretty good for a week, because it's been a long time since we've actually had multiple games going on, so it was really awesome. And it did shake up the ladder. I know everyone cares about the ladder. There is the ladder. The ladder has been shaken up. It is awesome how that person who is on top is back on top. You're welcome. So yes, I have taken his first spot. Anthony drops down to second. Chris jumps up. Steve H, even though he took a loss on the weekend, still holds top 5. Michael still top 5. Adam, that's not the bottom of the ladder.
I know. I'm really upset. I need Michael just to play me and make me lose.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, I feel kind of shitty that I've played multiple games this month and didn't make it to my Games Day match that I was supposed to play because of life.
Yeah, that's life.
That's life.
Hey,
are you gunning for the wooden spoon this year?
I gun for the wooden spoon every year.
Yeah. When Adam told me he won, I said, well, that fucked your average. So,
well, I've now got 3 games. I've got the whole set. I've got a win, a loss, and a draw. I just have to leave it like that.
You live near me, so you're more than welcome to come around and say,
I am undefeated this year.
Fair
I've
enough.
only played 1 game.
I'm not even on the ladder.
No.
Yeah, you are.
No, she's not.
I'm not there.
No, no, she's not.
I'll do you one better. Why is Isabel?
Yeah.
13th on the ladder.
Oh, no, we're only doing the top 10. I like how it's gone. There's 4 people in 9th spot at the moment. So, the top 9. Extended version.
Ladder remix top 9.
Yeah.
Out of
That was good. That was actually good because the results did mix up the ladder a lot, which is awesome to see. So there's a bit more competition going on. Apparently the one to beat, I know Greg's on top, but Chris is the one. He has been winning, and his last win was a 70-28 thrashing with his Harlequins over Blood Angels.
I can sort of see how that can happen because I've been up against Eldar and just been smashed off the table. Even with things like scouts in heavy cover and stuff. Like,
I believe he destroyed a repulsor tank in one turn.
Yeah,
from one
which
unit.
is probably the only thing he killed.
No, apparently not so much. Not so much. So there you go. All right, so that's our regular stuff. Yeah, done? Good. Wonderful. Moving on. So we're going to have our short 30-second ad break. If you need something, you've got, 30 seconds. All right, folks. I'll see you soon. Yeah? Good.
We are Rollers, and we have the games for you. Be it board games, card games, dice games, or party games. You name it, and we have it. Find us online at rollersboardgames.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram at rollersboardgames.
From acoustic to distortion, Storyboard Concept is music that's honest, relaxing, and full ball rockin' music. Follow Colin at storyboardconcept.bandcamp.com.
Get some bloody decently recyclable ones.
And that is how you talk about pod people. Welcome back.
Well, it's a podcast. That's what we do.
That's it. Michael just seems to have a knack. Whenever about to start recording, we've come back from an ad, he's talking about gibberish. It's awesome.
That is kind of our thing, though.
Yeah, like every podcast will start with, and that's why I don't like onions. You know?
But what are we going to do with 50 flamingos from the $2 shop?
Exactly right. Wonderful. Okay. I'd subscribe to that. That's the most creative name we could come up with this month. You're welcome.
Flamingos?
Yes, we should probably do one called Flamingos, and we'll talk about Noise Marines. Why?
I was actually thinking about a Noise Marine army today.
With that one model?
Yeah.
Well, I'd subscribe to that.
No, my brain was like, you could make like a demon prince out of like a Lordy from Lordy, and then you just build the rest of the army based on like members of the band and stuff. Just do something really dumb shit.
Or do them like Kiss.
Yeah, you could do all kinds of crazy
Kiss,
bands.
I had Gem and the... What are they called? Gem and the...
Graham.
I know the one you're talking about.
Gem and the... Sorry, Isabel?
Gem and the holograms.
Yeah. It's not a fucking hologram!
They were real holograms in that show. They were real. Synergy was perfect. Although Kimber was my favourite.
Fantastic. All right, so we are talking about... we noticed... it sort of came from the magazine, the Conquest magazine, and it had an Age of Sigmar version. And they're bringing out a new one. For the life of us, we can't remember what it's called. We shall now call it Dennis.
Isn't it called like Imperium or something dumb?
It is. It's called Imperium. Well done. So we'll call it Dennis. It's much more
So get the big brain on Michael.
Ooh. Because
I was like, that's not a great name.
No, it's pretty terrible. But we thought they'd bring out this new magazine, which apparently is available in England now. It's pay per. It's a weekly magazine, right?
Yeah.
You did the
Or is
Conquest
it monthly?
one. You did the Conquest one. You should know these things.
Yeah, but like, if you subscribe to it, then what they do is they send you a box every now and then with a bunch of issues in it. They don't send it out every time.
Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah, it's kind of quite annoying actually.
That's funny.
The way they do it.
That is funny. All right, so we thought it went okay. It looks good because it's got Necrons, it's got Sisters. It also had.
It's got Mechanicus. Yeah.
Admech, yeah, it was Admech, and of course scenery and stuff. But this box looked actually really cool. The last one was Marines and Death Guard, which was very cool. Michael's got a few of them. We've got another mate who's got all of them as well.
Oh yeah.
So it's very cool, but it's a subscription. It's essentially a subscription. You pay every month or week, depending on it came in. And so going, okay, I'm signing up for another subscription. Awesome. So that's where the conversation came from. I can see it's going to sneak into the hobby we already know about the Warhammer app. What do we think about the Warhammer app and the subscription? Start there.
I
Let's
have
start
actually
there.
downloaded it.
I've downloaded it.
I had a go at it today. Just the free stuff. It's got what seems to be the entire core rulebook on it for free.
Yes.
And then all of the extras, so the add-ons, what is it, chapter approved, all of the codices, they're all there. And the interface is actually quite clean. Like, it's not your standard Warhammer just like stuff everywhere interface.
Yeah.
It's just words and white space. Which makes it very fast, actually. It was really quick opening things. To be fair, I don't own a subscription, so I didn't have very much. But even the core rulebook stuff was really quick. But there is no pictures.
So did they fix it so that you can unsubscribe now?
I didn't subscribe, so thankfully I didn't find out.
That's funny. So, yeah, you're right. You get on there, you can see the core rules. I don't know how many of the old codexes you can still see, because I know they meant to stop it as soon as the new ones started coming through.
None. There are 0.
None.
There you go. List builder, you need a subscription. If you buy the books, the codexes, you can put a code in and you can unlock it in there for free, so it doesn't cost you there. But it's, how much was it? $7 something a month? Anyone?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was $5 US, so yeah, it would be about $7 something.
Yeah. I think we have briefly talked about this before in another podcast. You know, go back through the back catalogue. There's only 36 of them. You'll be fine.
And that's why I ask, because these kinds of things tend to improve over time. So it's like, I wonder what crappy things they took out of it.
Well, I just want to point out to you, I've just jumped onto the website for the app. Now just $3.49 a month.
Yeah, but is that
Okay.
US or Australian?
I don't know. But even if it's American, that's still not the $7 it used to be.
Yeah, it's like
Is-
$5 a month.
Is that an introductory price?
I'm dialing in now. One moment, caller.
Oh, and I checked. The magazines are weekly. They're delivered monthly.
Yeah, and $20 per episode.
So what, they just send you a box of 4
$3.49?
magazines a month?
Yeah, that's what they do if you're subscribed.
Okay.
So it does actually look like they've dropped the price of the app.
Yeah,
So-
and you can actually unlock codices that you've already purchased in paper
Yeah.
format. Just like
So-
you used to be able to.
Yeah.
When the page was loading first, it said $2 something a month, and it just flicked over to $3.49. So it must do by area.
Okay, well, okay. So I know when we first talked about this and we talked about the subscription for this, we went $7 a month, too much. I think it was our consensus.
It would have been okay if you got all access to all the codexes and stuff. I think most people would think that's more than reasonable.
Yeah.
Yep.
But then when it's like, okay, so I still have to buy all the books that I was doing originally, and now it's $7 on top, that's when people get shirty, I think.
So
Yeah, it does.
go on.
Doesn't feel like it adds a lot of utility for that subscription price. It's like you're paying a sub for electronic access to your books.
Yes, which is a pain in the neck.
And a builder that wasn't as good as Battlescribe.
So I never tried the builder. I know they did it for free for a trial. You could try it. Did anyone actually try it out? I think I could say try more often too.
You could try.
I never tried it, but I heard a lot of people were saying, "Man, why am I paying for this?"
I never tried the 40k one, but the Age of Sigmar one was actually quite good.
Yeah, but wasn't that the free one? Wasn't the War Scroll builder was free, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I thought it was strange that the War Scroll one for Age of Sigmar was free, but the 40k one, not so much.
I don't know if they changed it, but when the War Scroll one first came out, it was just literally click what scrolls are in your army and it puts them together so you can as a separate tab. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It didn't keep track of points or anything like that. It was
Okay.
just. It put them into an easier space to access just what's in your army.
I guess the other point with the War Scroll side of thing is you don't customize those units so much that you can with the 40k.
Well, yeah, and also when I was using that, it was before Age of Sigmar had a points system.
Yep.
So there was no way of keeping track of an army. So they didn't care about any of that. They didn't care about what was in a unit. They just had a scroll of this is what they can have.
Yep. Okay, so $3.49 for the 40k app. You still have to buy your codexes, but then you get your books there. You get the app. Oh, so you get the app. You get the app. Who would have thought?
Oh.
You get the army builder. What else do you get in it? I can't remember.
I've got a list here. I've got the little tick boxes. So, for free, you get a searchable core rulebook. You get the latest updates and FAQs on the core rulebook, and you get to unlock your codices that you purchase. And I know they call them codexes, but I refuse.
It'd be nice to know.
I'm with you on it. Is
the subscribers?
It is, yeah.
They get data sheets for every unit. I don't know what that is. I assume that's good. Build your army with Battle Forge.
Yeah. And coming soon.
And coming soon, track your crusade forces.
So, does that say that you can unlock the codexes without paying for a subscription?
Yeah, you can.
Yep.
I've done that. I did that by mistake by going, look at this, and held up my book with the code on it. I went, no, don't look at that. Fortunately, I unlocked it. So yes, you buy the book, you can unlock it in the app, and it doesn't cost you anything to do that, apart from the book itself, of course.
From what I can gather, there's not a great deal that you're paying for.
Yeah, so the $4, $350, good words. Data sheet for every unit, build your army, and something that's not available yet.
Yeah,
Does it update your codex with the FAQs or
Yes,
anything?
latest
already
updates
free.
and FAQs.
latest updates and FAQs.
Whether it updates
for
the
free.
codex or it just gives you that
But
data sheet.
that's not part of the subscriber offering.
No, that's what I'm saying. They
They
specifically said we update the core rulebook with FAQs, but they didn't say they would update those unlocked codexes.
They didn't say.
True.
They didn't say specifically. I said core rulebook. They said updates and FAQs for free.
Oh, okay, cool. So,
But for free, you don't have your codices unless you unlock them. So I guess.
yeah. Well, I mean, they might mean you get access to the files that
Correct,
are the
which are
FAQ
free
updates
anyway.
from the
Yeah.
website, which are free anyway.
Yeah.
I was more curious about whether they would update the digital codex
Yeah.
to change the digital
So
codex so that it was correct.
Yeah, so if a data card had strength 3 and it should have been strength 4, it comes up as 4. That's
so.
yeah.
If it actually does that, that would be
that'd be
worth
awesome.
paying
Yeah.
for, to be honest.
Yeah.
So what's our verdict on the subscription service that is the app? I'm sort of thumbs downing that. I don't think it's worth it.
At $3.50, it's got me thinking about it for the army builder. And if it does update the FAQ, so I don't have to have a separate piece of paper for that.
So you get all your chapter approved.
If they, so all that magenta
Blackstone
stuff is
Fortress.
actually put into the books, online books.
I
don't mind that
don't
idea.
get the impression they're doing that.
So it makes it a live codex would be good, but yeah, I have a feeling it's not that. I think it's just going to give you access to the same files you would on the community site. Viewers, if you do know, let us know. If someone's out there who's got it, please let us know.
So what? We're 1-1 at this point. So we like the subscription for the magazine where it comes with all the models and stuff.
$20 a month?
We haven't talked about that yet, really, have we?
No, we started with the app.
Greg, can I ask, you've got the free app and you've unlocked a codex.
Yes.
What's it like? Is it a text-based codex or is it a PDF? Because the core rulebook is searchable, it's text.
Yes.
You can highlight and copy.
If you give me a moment, I can go grab my phone because it's apparently not with me, and I can find that out.
All right. Well, did someone else want to talk about the subscription model for the magazines while you do that?
Yep.
I was going to say that I pretty much agree with Greg about the app, in that if it had live updates and so it kept your digital codexes up to date with the new points values and the FAQs and stuff, that would be something I would totally pay a small subscription for.
100%.
Alone, ignoring all the fucking shit that it's supposed to do.
I agree.
So what was that?
I would be happy to pay for a subscription. Obviously, if you play more than one, it's good rocking up and you have that in your tablet and you go, I've got the thing in there instead of flicking over through pages. But also, you're paying $3.50 a month. Over a year, it's something like $40 or it's $50 a year, roughly.
And
get a discount for any codexes or something like that. A special codex discount.
Yeah, or even, as I said, hike the price back to the $7 and just give everyone access to all of the codexes.
Yeah.
And if it's a live set and it's always up to date, that way you can go, right, bam, app, source of truth, never have to flick through 5 FAQ pages and then 2 chapter approves and then the rule book to get to stuff. You can just, it's there.
Yeah, and you've got the Battleforge build army, then everyone's working off the same sheet, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I love physical codexes, but if they did that, no one would buy physical codexes anymore.
Correct.
It'd be cheaper to sub to the app for a year.
Yeah.
It looks like the app, if the codices are the same as the rulebook, they'll just be text. There'll be no images. There'll be no pictures. You might get a little lore, but it's mostly just rules.
I think the data sheets are the ones that's linked with your codices. Because if they're like, you look at the picture up top, there's a picture showing the codices, every data sheet for which looks like the Age of Sigmar data. So it's got the picture of what it is, and it's got the power level and everything like that.
Yeah, I was confused when it sounded like part of the sub thing is getting the data sheets, but you can unlock the codexes. I'm like, wouldn't they be the same thing? Like, the data sheets should be in the codex. I clearly need to download this shit and see how it works.
Yeah, you gotta. Well, if you've
I'm
got your Dark
curious
Angel
whether
one.
the data sheets get updated with the errata when the codexes don't.
Okay, so
Maybe.
I've got the relic. I've got it open now. So if I go into data sheets, it looks like. Well, I'm going to show it to the camera, but you're not going to get much out of the podcast. We'll see that. So it looks like a normal data sheet, which is great. I guess it's what's happened in the FAQs for the Space Marine book that would have to show me that something's changed. Anyone?
Oh,
Yeah, I found an errata.
it's pretty esoteric stuff, isn't it? The changes.
Yeah, it'll be one of those. Oh yeah, we changed the points on some unit, or
I found one. Interceptors have changed.
instead of and, it's and or something like that. You know,
Yeah,
like,
it's-
There you
Actually,
go.
they did change one of
Okay,
the
so-
secondary.
Codex Space Marines FAQ. Interceptor Squad power rating has changed to power rating 7. Yes, it has. In the app,
it is updated?
It has changed.
There you go.
Okay,
So
well that's helpful.
Because if you're paying $3.50 a month, so what do we work out a year? What's that?
So
7 sixes, $42 a year. Yeah, roughly.
So
That's chapter approved book.
Mm.
Less than a chapter
Go on.
approved book.
yeah, the question I have is that in the data sheet section, or is that in the codex itself?
That's in the
Are they-
data. That's on the data sheet. You can't see it properly on my phone.
Okay,
Yeah,
so-
I'm
But yeah,
curious as to whether the stat sheet in the codex on your app there matches that.
That's what I'm looking at. The stat sheet. So in movement, weapon skill, ballistic skill, so and so, power 7. That's what
Yeah.
I'm looking at on my.
I think
on
what he's
the
saying
book.
is, does it have you've unlocked the codex?
Correct.
Have you only got the data sheets for that codex, or do you have all the data sheets?
I've got all the data sheets for Space Marines Codex.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But not ones you haven't unlocked the codex.
I haven't
for.
put the code in for the other books I've bought so far.
Yeah, but you don't have access to ones that you haven't put the code in for. Yeah,
Correct.
for the data
No,
sheets. They're
no.
not.
If
They're
I
not
was-
separate from the codexes.
No, if I try to look up salamanders, they are all locked, which is funny because I do have the salamander book.
Okay, so that sounds like, when you put your codex in, it gives you access to the data sheets and it keeps them updated. That's
Yeah.
pretty fucking handy.
That's become now me thinking about that could be worth it because if I'm not buying a chapter approved book per year to get those updates and points values and stuff like that.
Well, I mean,
That's half
technically
the
with
price of that
subscription,
book.
you're already doing that.
Correct.
But the thing is, with the subscriber, it's ticked unlock your codexes. Means I think you still have to buy.
I still have to buy the codex, yes, but I
Still
don't have to
gotta buy the
buy the
codex.
chapter approved 2020, which has the new
Yeah.
points values and stuff like that.
Yeah, he wouldn't have to buy the compilation book at the end of the year.
Yeah,
Hang on, Greg, you've got the free app, right? You're not
Correct.
paying a subscription,
Correct.
but your codex is updating anyway. Why would you pay the subscription to get it updated?
good point.
Good point.
Well done.
And this was where my question was coming from about having access to the data sheets and having your codex unlocked, because it specifically mentions the data sheets separately from the codex.
Yeah, and that's weird. It does say data sheets for every unit.
Do they only have power levels? They don't have points values?
Yeah, I got points values, yeah.
Have they got points values?
Yep.
Maybe it unlocks all of the data sheets for all of the units.
For when you buy the book.
Well, subscriber says data sheets for units.
Aggressive squad. There they are. Unit options. The unit options.
So, I mean, that suggests every unit in the game.
So it looks like instead. Yeah, okay.
That's a lot better than all of the descriptions I've read, where they tell you what's in it. What you're describing is better than what they keep advertising.
I'm just thinking the same thing.
which is like,
hang on,
that's interesting.
I'm getting more stuff. Battleforge. I'm going to the Battleforge.
Did you subscribe?
No, I have to subscribe to get to the Battleforge part. So there you go. So I'm definitely not accidentally subscribed.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
One thing I don't like about the free one here is the core rules. All right, it's got the core rules for Warhammer core rules.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have like the secondary objectives for the mission.
No, you've got to subscribe for that.
Yeah, because they're not in the core rules.
That's one of the separate codex books. Yeah.
Yeah, the core rules is just.
It's got the stratagems in there, and they're all unlocked. I don't mind that at all, but I haven't paid for a subscription.
Yeah.
So everything for the Space Marine book is available to me because I put that code in. And it's been updated according to the FAQ.
Interesting.
So why am I subscribing?
Shits and giggles.
Oh, maybe it's data
to support
sheets.
A struggling business.
Hang on. If you subscribe, data sheets for every unit.
And that's what I was getting at. Every single unit in the whole game.
There you go. So you subscribe to get every codex data sheet. So you probably won't get their special rules and their stratagems, but you'll get their data sheets.
Yes.
Well, that's handy. I guess
that is handy. It's cheaper than buying a codex.
It would allow you to plan much better against an army.
You could look at
that
what
you don't have the codex for.
Yeah.
You could look up what your opponent has in your data sheets, but you wouldn't be able to see their whole codex.
The stratagems, the warlord traits and stuff like that. But okay. So that's cheaper than buying every codex.
Yes, it is.
Been there, done that.
Been there, done that. Thanks, fourth ed, and probably
been there, done that in third ed.
Yeah, third, fourth. Yeah. So that's actually still for $3.50 a month. I don't mind that.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Actually,
I'm leaning that way, saying
it's one of those things that's slowly improving by the sound of it.
Yeah, and it sounded like I might have listened to a few people. Obviously, our podcast when they said $7, that's outrageous.
That's right. It was us. You can thank us later, folks.
Yeah, well, look at our last podcast. We talked about Imperial Guard, how to make them better. And what is every article out there at the moment? How do we make Imperial Guard better?
I know, right? It's kind of weird.
Looking at that and what we're chatting, I would actually now think about doing it.
Same. I'm seriously considering it too, because I do like the idea of having the data sheets for every army. Look, I do have Battle Scribe, which I can probably do it that way as well, but to have it, just that convenience.
And it won't ever get shut off either.
No. And if I can build and I like the fact that if you can build an army in one app for everyone's playing it does make sense, but we all use Battleforge. Sorry, sponsors.
But also it is getting the Crusade forces coming as well. So
yeah, so
I use a notepad document.
Alright, so we've changed our mind from going, this is stupid, don't pay for it at $7. It's now $3.50. 3 of us have gone, that's not so bad. Mark's still on the fence?
Yeah, I'm still a bit on the fence on it, but I haven't actually sat down and fired it up. So.
10 years is still in there. Yeah, whatever.
But it's not as bad. It's not as bad as it seems.
No. Yeah. If you can get the money out of Isabel, fuck, you're doing well. No, yeah.
You'd want to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Isabel is just not into being a sub.
No.
All right. So
cool.
how about
Next.
the magazine?
Magazine, yeah. So we did touch on this magazine. It's $20 a week, I think was the recommended retail. If you bought it with the newsagents.
The new one is £9 an issue.
So $20 a week.
What that works out to?
Yeah, that'd be $20 a
about
week.
$20.
So it's $20 a week for a magazine, but you do get a lot of models per week with it.
The number of models you get in the magazine is like you pay significantly less than half of retail for what's in the magazine.
It's true. So
you're paying almost as much as you pay for KO.
True. I'd have to make a choice. Yeah, so you're right. It is $80 a month. Over a year, that's quite expensive. But
it goes for more than a year.
I just said over a year. I didn't say
well,
that's all
if you think about it in relation to, say, a slow grow tawny, you're probably out about the same amount of coin on a slow grow, and this does give you probably more models than that.
More models, scenery, but you don't choose the models. That's the only thing with a slow grow. Like you've got three forces in this one.
To be fair, though, all of these subscriptions, when they get announced, they release the picture saying this is everything that's in it.
Yeah.
So you know what
exactly.
you get.
And you can work out, if I bought that separately, it would cost me this much, this much. And people have done that.
Yeah.
You just search it online, folks. Don't ask us for the numbers because we'll tell you, just buy me a beer.
Just trust it. We saw it on the internet.
Never lies to us. So yeah, it does look like a very impressive one, but at this moment, UK only.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I read that you, as Aussies, were going to get it as well at some point because I basically read it because a lot of Americans were raging about that. Why don't we? But the Aussies do. Bloody convicts.
Yeah, like, as I said earlier, we got Conquest I think it was 4 months after England did.
Yeah.
So hopefully we get this as well because I really want it.
Yeah, I think I'll actually sign up on it too. It will help build my son's Necrons, and I'll get some other miniatures I might play with and stuff, and some scenery. So,
well, it's got a lot of stuff in there I want right now for my Primaris. I want more ATVs and more servo turrets. You know.
There you go. Yeah, I'll need them too at some point.
I mean, I don't want Marneus Calgar.
Is he in there? Is he?
He is. So is Robert Gilliman.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, they're both in there.
I'm not interested now.
Cut each of their arms off and swap them over.
I will give them to Nurgle and have fun. I'll get a new Nurgle prince made of Calgar. Not Calgar, made of Gilliman.
They've already done that, haven't they?
I don't know, but I'm going to.
I've already got one old Terminator captain converted from an old Marneus Calgar, so clearly I just need to follow the tradition.
That's it. Cool. So, all right. I'm interested. Michael's interested. What else? What are the other two?
Yeah.
Sorry, I should include Isabel. What are the other three like?
I'm interested. I'm not really interested in the premium, but that's only £2 more.
Oh, yeah. Tell us about the premium, because that sounds outrageous.
It has a premium thing. Look, to be honest, the premium thing, if you want the shit from those premium mags, it's still a good deal. Like, you're still paying about half of retail. So if you actually want everything that's in it, it is a fantastic deal. But you kind of want everything that's in it.
Okay, so it's that. Yeah, see, it says subscribe now. So what do you get in the premium edition?
Oh, that one I can't remember.
So there's 4 things for premium.
Yeah, there's
one
there's
is
a Chaos one.
Chaos Space
which is
Chaos Sorcerer.
It's got Orcs.
Yeah,
the Chaos one. The Chaos one is pretty much the contents of Shadow Spear, the Chaos half.
Oh yeah,
that is roughly what's in it. And the Orc one is a similar amount of Orcs, and the Tower is a similar amount of Tower. And there's what was the other one? Tyranids,
Tower, Orcs, Chaos. Yeah.
So I mean, other than the Tower, the problem is that if you want the premium boxes, you have to get all of the premium ones because if you want premium, your monthly, your weekly sub increases by it's £2 per issue extra,
right.
not pay a single hit for each of those extra ones.
Okay.
It is every issue gets individually more expensive, and you get given the free premium ones.
Not free. You're putting that £2 aside to pay for that free premium.
Yeah, and across 80 issues, you're paying an extra £160. So those
Jesus
4 premium
Christ.
mags cost £40 each.
Yeah,
But yeah, it from what people were saying or what I was reading in the terms and conditions, you can cancel your premium service at any time and return to a lower level sub, but you won't receive the future premium ones. So if you just wanted the first one, whichever one that is, you could cancel it after that came out. And I don't know where that would lead you in terms of how much you had paid.
Fourth Orcs.
Yeah. But if you do cancel it, you can't go back up. So you can't get the first one, miss the second one, and get the third one.
Sorry, I just find it funny. Yeah, the Indomitus box didn't come with dice.
Yes.
The first issue of this magazine does.
Yes. Yeah, no, the magazines come with dice and shit. They come with like little
They're a complete game.
All kinds of stuff.
Yeah, these magazines are a complete game.
Just buy the magazine and just play it, right?
That's it.
It's got dice.
You're done. You're good.
6 dice though.
Yeah, it's 6 dice. So you got to share. It's okay.
Yeah. But yeah, like
rolling 41.
It seems like a decent enough deal if you're prepared to start out and do one of the sides they're offering with the mag.
Yeah.
If you're not interested in either of those, then it's totally no go.
Yeah.
I mean, based on pure numbers, if you didn't have a discount retailer like an Emerald Hobbies or something, it's actually cheaper to buy this box if you only want one half. Because it's less, it's like just under 50% of retail. So if you don't want any of the Necrons, but you want all of the Imperials and all of the terrain, it is still good value to buy this box and just have an entire Necron army, because the Necron army is worth just under what the discount is.
Yeah.
Like it's like $750, £750 cheaper to buy this whole kit, and there's like 725 pounds of Necrons in there or something. Like it's that kind of number.
Yeah. Like as I said, we'll move on to the next one, but I'm interested. My only balk is it is weekly. It's $20 a week. I'm going, so I'll just steal my son's pocket money to pay for it. Should be fine.
I spend that much on coffee.
I think Not Safe for Work, Mark was saying that there are some places where you can get a discounted weekly sub.
Okay.
Was he saying that he just paid for it weekly because then he could pick up the ones he wanted?
Yeah. And
I was reading somewhere that there are some websites where you can buy get the sub through the stockist, and the stockist will give you their "we sell GW at this slight discount."
Yeah. No, you're all right.
But if you do those, you don't get the subscriber rewards because you're not actually a subscriber.
Yeah, so subscriber rewards have paintbrushes and other clips and stuff like that.
Paintbrushes and a paint handle and the binders.
The new sexy, looks like it's come from an adult shop paint handle.
Yeah.
the more curvy paint handle.
Yes. Yeah. Cool. All right, so I will think about it myself. Mark, any interest?
No.
Adam, any interest?
I'm gonna have to say yes, but
like it's a good deal. I mean, it just doesn't interest me. I'm mostly done with my Marines at this point, and Necrons really.
Yeah.
Every time someone says
it doesn't come with beer, so you're probably not interested.
I just chuckle. I'm like, armies that have finished. Oh.
I still I've got 2 miniatures to paint for the Catachan, and they're done. That's it. They're done. They're done.
Hilarity.
The Death Guard is going to keep building. God damn it! But that's not the point.
Nurgle's chuckling intensifies.
All right. So the next one I wanted to talk about subscription, because they just released on the Warhammer community site 3 new animated series that's now under the Warhammer Games Workshop banner, including Astartes, which we all love on YouTube. If you haven't watched it, you should watch it.
Do it.
But Warhammer, instead of shutting them down, which we thought might happen with some of these things, they've they've actually come work for us, and we'll put it under our banner. And the guys stoked, as you would be.
I mean, if you'd put together Astartes and GW turned around and said, "Here, have some money and make stuff for us," Yeah.
I mean, especially for him, like, he's gone from, what was it, last year, where he was having trouble with his website being stolen and hackers stealing his work and stuff, to now he's, a made man, part of the company getting paid to make stuff. Like, he's doing pretty well now.
Maybe Games Workshop stole his account and his thing just to see. Oh, we can't take over. We're not as good. Give it back to him so he can do the work. And there's that, and they one of the Exodite was the trailer they showed with Tau from another studio. Then it just the Tau's head looked really weird considering compared to the models.
Yeah, it did look a bit strange, didn't it?
It's got like a non-realistic art style, I think. Like it's like not. It's designed to look cartoony, I assume, rather than accurate to the.
I think Tau's had more that long head. This is just nice round ball head. It was weird.
I don't know. When I heard the name, I got real excited, and then I saw it was a Tau, and I was unexcited. I was like, Eldar Exodites. They're actually called Exodites.
Yes.
Why is it not about them?
Yeah, I know. Because I was like, Exodite. That's a Tau. What?
Yeah, I was like, more Second Ed returneth. They're bringing back Second Ed stuff. Yay! But no.
Apparently they are in it.
Fair enough.
Eldar Exodites are
in it. I have seen it on
they're a fucking
the GW
riding Eldar.
The titular Exodites are in it.
Wow.
Nice.
Interesting.
Okay, now I'm suddenly on board again.
Yeah. I want to see it because, as I said, I don't care about them and their hooves.
It's Eldar that ride dinosaurs. How can you not be on board with that?
Exactly.
Correct. And then there was the other one, which was Iron Within. So
that was the Iron Warriors,
Black Templars, and Iron Warrior. Oh, sorry. So there's one with the Black Templars.
I was going to say Iron Within.
Oh, Primaris, the Last Templar. And there's another one called Iron Within. So yes, the Black Templars and the Iron Warriors. Iron Warriors and Drakari. So it should be interesting. So that's 1, 2, 3 new, plus of course the Astartes. And then you've got the other ones. I can't remember what the other ones are called.
The Blood Angels one or whatever.
Blood Angels one. Yep. And there's another one. So my question is,
are you foreseeing a GW Disney Plus?
Correct. That is exactly what I'm seeing.
As soon as you said, hey, there's a lot of things coming, I was like, oh, fuck, please tell me they don't do that. Please don't do that.
I reckon they will. I reckon they're going to make their own channel, and you're going to have to subscribe to watch these. I'm putting it out there.
Coming to a theatre near you, Dante, the musical.
Out in the world?
Tell me I'm wrong.
The musical.
Convince me I am wrong then. Dante the musical.
The Phantom of the Blood Angels is here.
So, convince me I'm wrong.
I like thinking about it. I mean, they are buying up the good animators and stuff from the interwebs.
Correct.
I mean, I don't think it's that far-fetched that they could do that.
Yeah. Are we still going to be watching Astartes through YouTube without having to pay for something?
No, you can't. They've taken it off YouTube.
Yeah.
That was the first thing they did. Like, his announcement video saying, GW's bought me, went up when everything else on his channel went away.
Yeah.
And then it shows up on, like, the Warhammer site.
And, it was... his announcement video
you need an account to log on and everything like that to see it all. It doesn't take a genius to read between the lines there.
Yeah, I mean...
They've got all the content in there. They've got the Black Library. They can do comics. They can do, anime and stuff like that. They've got the content. They just got to produce it.
Well, if they've picked up these 4 external studios, and they've got their own internal ones making, so there's at least 7 that I can think of that they're making or going to produce or have already been produced and purchased. They're going to make it a subscription model. Sure.
Yeah, when you brought it up, I was like, they're buying up these content producers.
Yep.
Why would they buy them up to not sell their content? Like, maybe they're going to do it as like a really, really, really expensive and elaborate advertising campaign.
Yeah,
but I doubt it.
It's not. unheard of for organizations to buy other organizations just to piss them off out of the market.
Yeah, but they're not. They bought them and then they started advertising them. Like they put plastered everywhere. We've bought Astartes. Now you can see it on our website.
Yeah.
Like, so they're not trying to bury him, kill him.
And we've bought these
exactly,
other companies so you can start watching these. You know?
Because usually the GW playbook is cease and desist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they lead
RIP
with that.
chapter on it.
Yeah, and basically they go, we don't care how cool your stuff is, do not do this, go away.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's like, here's a whole bunch of money, and can we put it on our website, and you work for us and make more of it?
It's a fantastic change of tack.
Exactly.
And if the content's good, absolutely hold on to it. Don't shut it down.
Yeah, I think the Astartes guy was special though. Like that
You
series
captured
was
it well.
incredible.
I'm sorry, I just got to mention, I laughed out loud when I saw that little comic where he's the Astartes Marines talking to Games Workshop. Thanks for bringing him on board. I really appreciate it. He goes, oh, it's good. So what's with all the blue paint behind you? And yes, don't make it an Ultramarine. Fuck no.
I don't think jokes aside, buying exterior stuff and then making those new chapters is what they do. Like, that's how we got Blood Ravens. That's how we got Tau Railgun Infantry.
Yeah.
They brought it in from other media that did it. So they're more than happy to steal other people's ideas and put them into the IP officially.
No.
Well, yeah, I mean,
That'll just be a new official chapter. Yeah.
Games Workshop, if you're watching, we'll take a sponsorship. We'll just kick Michael out. It's okay.
What are they going to do with us?
Oh, shit. Okay. We'll get a whole new crew.
Everyone can come except her.
Oh, fucking... if they did make a GW Disney Plus, though...
Yeah.
I've got Anto.
I know. Mark had it earlier, too.
It would actually be really cool if they pulled a Twitch Plus where it included a sub to the app.
Okay, so
that would pull people in.
So they're Twitch, right? They do their announcements, their blah blah blah. Look at us, previews and stuff like that. If you don't watch anything outside that live day, you have to pay. So
what is outside that live day?
So if you want to watch any past content on their Twitch, you have to be a subscriber.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah.
What is on it aside from announcements? Because why would you watch those later?
They do interviews with the likes of Guy Haley and the other writers and stuff for the
They
lore
also have,
and
if it's
other
a
random stuff.
Games Workshop tournament event, it would put it on there, but you can't watch it unless you're subscribed.
Okay.
Yeah, I noticed that you can't watch their old videos unless you're a sub.
Yeah. That's where we're going wrong, folks.
Tough,
Clearly.
tough for the DOMs.
So, it's as you said,
as
soon as I saw all these videos come through, I'm going, Astartes no longer on YouTube. I went, they're going to make their own channel. Don't know how or where you got to download it or watch it through, but they'll make their own channel. That's where my head went straight away.
Maybe they will just start putting that stuff on their Twitch so people subscribe to their Twitch. I don't know. Or maybe they'll finish expanding the website because they have just been fucking with their website quite a lot. So there might be a big part of the website behind the scene that's just turned off, waiting for them to get their shit together.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. And then, what are they going to charge to get that? If they go that way. And for what's the normal subscription model for, the net space? Hello.
I mean, if
Netflix
you wanted to continue the Twitch Amazon kind of thing, you would have it be just a bit more expensive than it already cost to sub to the app if it included the app.
Well, that's Twitch sets the prices, so GW can't set the price for the subscription.
No, I'm giving Twitch as an example. Right? Yeah. I have a Twitch Prime sub.
So do I.
And I was like, if I pay an extra $2-3, I get an Amazon Prime sub and it includes that Twitch sub. So I did that. Yeah. So I was saying maybe they'll do that. So they'll make it. They'll make it possibly make it slightly more expensive than the app, but you get both.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see what they do. It's, as you said, it's not hard to think that they're going to do that. As you said, as I brought up, as everyone has agreed, I believe this is the way they're going.
It does kind of look like it's on the wall, doesn't it?
Well, that's 7 animated series that they've got. 4 from outside. Astartes, Lost Legion does Exodite, Paxel Art does the Templar one, and Codex Film does the Iron Within. So they're not in-house. For the other 3, I can't even remember. Somebody should have found it by now. What the other one, 3 or 4? What?
I'm not looking stuff up right now.
I literally have only ever heard of Astartes.
They had ones with Striking Scorpions in it. They had the Blood Angel one. I'm sure there's another one. Cool. I'm glad we've got that sorted out.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. Do you think they'd go as far as putting more things into the hobby as subscription only? I don't know what it would be.
Dice
Subscription only. I like it.
You didn't pay your monthly membership, so you can't roll that dice.
It becomes a 1.
Like
you roll it. Oh man, my subscription!
Subscribers to the app get 5 additional victory points.
Well, there you go. The map packs that they're releasing and stuff like that. Well, not map packs. The tournament packs.
See that. I could see it doing something like scenarios or something like that.
Interesting to see where they go with it.
Maybe they'll roll White Dwarf into one of those subs electronically.
Well, yeah, you can subscribe to White Dwarf, obviously, which just gets the magazine every month, but it's there.
That's a subscription we haven't discussed. What do people think of White Dwarf as a subscription? That's new.
Oh, well, I will get the latest episode. I will get the next next edition of White Dwarf.
Just for the games, obviously.
Just for the games, exactly right.
I was looking at that
What's
on the weekend.
What's in the next White Dwarf?
12 free PC games.
Oh, what games?
Most you have.
Okay. I was going to say, I've got nearly all of the 40k games that are on Steam.
Yeah. 12 free games. So, yes, if you do get issue 462, you will get Vermintide 2, Warhammer Quest Talisman, Space Marine, Warhammer Quest 2, Warhammer Chaos and Conquest, Warhammer 40k Armageddon to Orcs, Dawn of War. I think I've heard of that one. This is the one I am interested in. Warhammer Underworlds Online. Titanicus Dominus. Space Wolf. The other ones I want. Total War Warhammer. Total War Warhammer Call of the Beastmen. And Sanctus Reach.
Okay, so not Total War Warhammer 2.
No, that would be nice.
Is that the brand new one?
No, Total War Warhammer 3 hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, 3's on its way. Yeah. But the Warhammer Online Underworlds, I'm interested to see how that goes. The rest I pretty much all have. Whoops.
Warhammer 3 comes out late this year.
Oh, Total Warhammer 3. I was going, what?
Sorry.
Is it? I'm assuming it's 40k. Is it 40k or is it fantasy?
No, fantasy.
No, it's
old
fantasy.
world. Old world fantasy.
Because it's the Total War series, so it's fantasy.
Yeah.
It's
pretty
surprisingly
good.
Entertaining to watch, actually.
Yeah, look.
I suck at those games.
I played a few games of Total War and I was very bad at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm not quite a tactician. I'm a bit more of.
That's why Dawn of War works.
It's fun for about 6 minutes.
When I saw the first Shogun Total War, like nearly 20 years ago, I was like, we need a Warhammer version of this. So the minute they announced it, I was just keen.
All over the place. There's a lot of playing.
Yeah,
Such keen. It was like a Jason Pollock in here. Jackson Pollock? Can't brain.
Jason was way worse. He didn't use pain.
He didn't aim.
No. He was Jason Voorhees. He used blood. That's clearly what we mean. It is not a sex joke.
For the blood god. Alright, so I think we talked about subscriptions enough because I want to get rid of that conversation.
Sure.
Different subscription.
Why would that be?
Yeah. So we talked about the app. Few of us now on board. One doesn't really play enough to give.
I installed it.
Yes, yeah, I know.
Isn't that enough for you people?
I think that is very impressive.
It's ironic, given that you have played less in the last 30 years than the rest of us.
It's a bit harsh with the age.
And I haven't installed the app, but you have.
But
Yeah,
see,
I was gonna
I
say, that's what
understand
we did.
apps and I understand technology, and I can just install something and look at it and understand it from that perspective, no matter what the usefulness is to the game. That's
it's not
all
that
I
I
had
am a
in this
technophobe.
episode.
It's not that I'm a technophobe. I just never bothered to download the app.
I just assumed the app was crap and didn't download it, but it sounds
Exactly.
a lot better than I gave it credit.
I exactly did the same. I thought the app was crap and didn't I
So-
did download it, but I had never actually looked at what I got for it.
They're presenting a tiny level of professionalism.
Yeah, you certainly
You're
provided
breaking
most,
all the rules, yeah.
yeah, you provided the most information on the topic of the app out of everyone here, realistically.
We had a live demo. Yes, very good. And then what was the other subscription? The magazine, if it comes to Australia, we got, again, 3 of us going,
Think about it.
probably, Oh, we've got 2 going, probably. We got 1, just give it to me!
Just hook it up to my veins!
In
Oh, paper
fact,
cut.
I'll take yours and yours and yours.
Yes. And then
I've got a
we...
distant tummy, I've got an ad mech, I'll do it.
Only the magazine, none of the models.
I get it for the articles. And then we feel that the way of the video and animation stuff probably will go to a subscription format.
It does seem like it's heading that way, doesn't it?
Well, when's the
Hey,
last
Tube.
time they gave anything away for free?
Oh, can you lift up your poster again?
Oh, sorry. My holographic poster.
There you go. You got that for free. You
Yeah,
made
it cost
That was
me
free.
more than free.
but they gave it to you.
It cost me more than free.
That's true.
What did you have to do?
Spend over $150. And
He
I haven't
sold
seen my
his
eldest son
soul.
for a while. Yes. Cool. So we're all, yeah. Are you gonna, if they came out at $20 a month to get those animated movies, would you do it?
No.
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 Depends if that Inquisitor series thing ever got made.
The other
Inquisitor series
streaming
made, like,
subscriptions.
There
If
was
it's
one
more
they
than
were
Netflix, there's no way I'm doing it.
there,
They've
there
got
was
such
one
a
they were
limited
going
amount
to
of
do that was following like an Inquisitor thing, and I remember looking at it and going, "That is amazing,"
Yeah.
and then it kind of vanished into the ether.
Yeah. What would you pay if they made a subscription of it?
It depends on the content. If it's just what they've got now,
Yep.
40 cents.
Angels of
month.
Death, Hammer and Bolter. That's the other 2. So there's only other
You'd
2.
knock
I don't know,
the
if they
whole
keep-
lot over in a day.
Yeah.
If they keep churning out stuff that's as the quality of Astartes, and
That's what they need to do.
Yeah.
and is like lengthy.
Yep.
Yeah, I could see myself paying similar money to other subscription services.
Would you pay to watch 40K the movie again? I actually enjoyed that movie. It was terrible, but I
Ultramarines
enjoyed it.
movie, or-
Yeah, that one.
Look, I bought the collector's edition of that.
Like, I
There are
can't.
no words.
I,
There are just
like
no
if it's
words.
like those, count me out.
Look, it wasn't great,
No.
but it was what was there.
Yeah, so I enjoyed it because that's what was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, let's wrap this up.
It's got to be pretty magical for me to subscribe to something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll wrap this up. The app has started to look very good. We're definitely interested in the magazine. We're intrigued and concerned about where the animation movies will go. That sums it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We spent almost an hour and a half to sum up in 3-word sentences. Great.
Excellent consumer advice.
All right, so we'll wrap it up. I can't remember what our next events are. I think there's one coming up in a couple of weeks where we're going to do an apocalypse match. Depending where we are, we'll hopefully get some filming of it. Depending where we are. My chair is stuck. I'm not just trying to sway to the side. Why won't it move?
I wonder how many people will actually get for that, because there's like 20 people have piped up now.
I know, it's crazy. We might have 2 games running. But it should be a bit of fun.
Depends on what I can squeeze into 50 power level.
Just make it a LARP and fight each other.
No, because Michael does that real, not without the LARPing, but has the weapons.
Well, just make it everyone on Michael.
Rook
And
takes
stomp
queen.
on everyone's boys.
Yeah, but
Everybody
get
takes
some
queen.
people. You'll get some people that will bring 40 power level, and then I reckon with the Apox, everyone bring about 50, but someone will go, "Oh, I've only got like 45."
Yeah, I'm kind of sad because a Warhound is like 75 power.
Yeah, I was like sitting there going, "Michael's going to bring his knights."
Oh yeah, so that's one of the exciting.
Are you sure you can fit knights into a 50 power level?
You can fit 2 normal knights, or you can fit 1 big knight and 2 small knights.
That'll be an easy game to play because you'll literally have to roll like 3 dice.
Well,
See,
I
the
did
thing
50
is-
power level because I didn't know how many people would be involved.
The thing is, with if I bring orcs, the
stompers?
stompers are terrible in APOC.
No, they were fine.
Absolutely,
They were
no,
fine.
they're trash.
That's what I'm playing against them, so they're fine.
No, I didn't say what I was going to bring.
I'll bring Drakari. Maybe it'll be better in this new codex.
Well,
It won't matter because
not
that's the right
updating the
codex.
APOC.
That's it. You look it up, and we're going to say our farewells. So,
The Stomper is 49 power level, by the way.
Jesus Christ.
Nice.
All right, so 50
Yeah,
is pretty low then. All right, we might have to reevaluate that, depending on how many people we got.
Yeah, well, like a
Oh,
Knight
yeah.
Valiant is 30.
If there's 10 people on each side, that'll be fine. Everyone's got 1 unit and they move it.
I thought I would get about maybe 6 people, but yeah, as the comments coming through, I said, that's more than 6 people.
And then the comment saying, this is actually real apocalypse, not just a big game of 40k. And I'm just like, Greg, you can't lay APOC and then pull that rug out from under us.
No, I saw that. Everyone was going. I thought, do they not realise I'm talking about the apocalypse rules? Not let's just have a really big game of 40k.
Well, we tried that, and it was like for the day, and we only got to turn 2.
yes. Anyway, let's sign off, shall we? Good, wonderful. All right. So, I'm Greg, and this is the Twitch channel, Twitch TV/Redbelly, and you find me here doing hobby nights on Tuesday, Thursdays. Monday nights is normally Monday night gaming, but that may change. So we'll see what happens. That might become Monday night 40k. If I can get a few people interested. I know at least one person. Hi, Adam. So we might change it.
I get the bottom of the ladder.
Sunday is still meant to be the board game night. We just missed the last couple of weeks due to, I don't know, Perth. We'll blame that. No, we actually did the game when you were in Perth. That was good. So that's that. Mark, where can you find us on Twitter? Got someone. Yes.
I don't know. I don't have Twitter.
Isabel, where can you find us on Twitter?
I'm just looking it up. But Michael knows.
I know, it's fine. I'm avoiding him.
He's not asking me.
I'm looking at the bottom of the Twitch line.
Exactly. Adam, where can you find us on Twitter?
That's a little birdie thing, isn't it? So it's at RLG Oz Gaming with a capital A and a capital G.
It's irrelevant.
It's irrelevant. Okay, Mark, here's one for you. Where can you find us on YouTube?
I don't know.
Isabel?
I assume RLG 40k?
No.
No?
How about Facebook? Where can you find us on Facebook, Mark?
At RLG 40k?
Well done, yes!
Nailed it.
Yeah, so Isabel, what about YouTube?
YouTube.com/ Oh, God damn it, doesn't say it. Stupid thing. It's got a series of weird numbers and crap. I hate that. That's really sad. It's just RLG, Real Loud Gamers.
Correct. Here you go, Michael. It's all on you. Michael, where can you find our Instagram account?
It's RLG40K.
Now, Michael, do you now have a Instagram account?
No.
Still don't. I thought you did. I thought someone. Oh, no.
No, it's me.
Adam, You've got an Instagram account. Would you like to spread the word?
I think it's Pronto 40k. This is great technology. Yes, mine's fine. I think it's Pronto 40k. Let me just go into Instagram and it'll actually tell me somewhere. How do I check this?
See, you don't need to worry about us being dangerously professional.
No, it's okay.
It's Pronto 40k.
Well done. Okay. Right, so someone who does use these a bit, you can find my Instagram. Yes, I wrote over there to read it. That's how bad it was. RedBellyBlack is my Instagram handle, and if you want to look at me, if you want to look up my Twitter, that is RedBellyRLG. Isabel, would you like to advertise anything?
Sure. My Twitter's at IEKenner. I'm on TikTok these days, at DodgyWitch. My Twitch is at DodgyWitch. That's about it.
Any other social media announcements? Look at all these high-tech people. All right, so that looks like it's going to wrap it up. Thank you for joining us. This is Wobbly Player Syndrome. This was episode 37. I'd subscribe to that. And look, if you do enjoy that was the title. Yeah, now continue on. If you do enjoy what you're watching, it'd be great. If you want to donate some money towards the cost of this, fabulous. We won't say no. That would be awesome. And I do want to say thank you to our people who host our oh my god, the words are fun, who do host our podcast. That is Buzzsprout. They've done a good job for over 3 years now. They've been looking after us. You don't understand. The 4 people going, well, why are you looking at me? You don't understand how they've actually helped in the background. So they've actually been very good. So if you do look onto podcasts, I know somebody here is looking at doing a new one. Have a look at them because they're very helpful. Apart from that, we should go away. Unless, Mark, you want to say bye? You want to try that again with the mic?
Really? Yeah. Okay, bye. I'll yell so the disco listen. Stupid thing.
Adam, welcome back for your second episode. Was it gentle?
Oh, that wasn't for me. That was to Mike.
No, it was Adam.
Oh, yes, very gentle.
Excellent. He knows his name. He can come back next time.
Oh, I'm so good at this.
Good night, Isabel.
Good night, everybody, and take care. I may be sometime coming back. I have a lot going on, and I'm not sure that I am the best person for this hobby podcast.
You had downloaded the app more than most people on this. Not most, some people on this. Yeah,
it's true.
Not looking at anyone in particular, Mark. So, I will say goodnight as well, and you can catch me tomorrow night, Tuesday, for Hobby Night. Drakari, thanks to the new bloody book. Radio Mike, say farewell and give us your best.
Bye, everybody. It's up to that. Is it worth it? Some of us have really come around, but the others are really switched off. To top it off, the whole video thing sounds pretty grim. So join us next month for more Wobbly Player Syndrome.